Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I was watching Sky News and the former Israeli Prime Minister said, or actually responded to a question asked by the journalist who asked him, what would you say to the situation in Gaza where an incubator for a little baby had to be shut down because there was no electricity and the baby died. What would you say to that? And he responded back by saying, how dare you ask me such a question? How can you ask me such a question when Israel is at war and when Israelis have been killed and all that? First of all, it has come to that point when I'm not going to eat up my words later on. I'm just going to say it. This has to be, the Israel I'm talking about now, this has to be the most pathetic, most selfish, most inhumane piece of crap country in the world. Maybe I should not even call it a country because it's not a country. It's just stolen land from the Palestinians, and they kind of make it sound like they made it better and they made it more beautiful, and now it's their own because it's said in a book. These people have no heart. They have absolutely no care for the health or psychologically or physically abusing people. They have absolutely no remorse of any sort. When a people look at another group as animals, this is exactly the way they behave. And this is exactly what Netanyahu has said a lot of times. A lot of IDF soldiers have said that as well, that they see Palestinians as insects and animals. When you categorize a people into animals and insects, it's probably a lot easier for your conscience to believe that if you kill them because they don't have a soul and things like that, then it's perfectly all right. And that's what Israel is doing. So in response to such a question would have been, if this former Israeli Prime Minister had a heart, is yes, we should have targeted only Hamas's targets because we have the best army in the world, which I doubt, and the best security systems and surveillance systems, which I doubt once again, unless of course it's a false flag, which I am 99.9% sure now. Where are all the Palestinians that were flying above Israeli land, or Palestinian land actually? And where in the world were the military when the whole bulldozer bulldozed the wall? And where the hell was Netanyahu's mind when Iran already, Iran is always saying things, and Israel is quite scared of it. But when Egypt told Netanyahu 10 days prior to the attack, or the false flag, that this is going to happen, why didn't Netanyahu do anything? I was checking out a report, and it says that most of the IDF clowns were they were put at West Bank to take care of the settlers who were doing their regular thing, like abusing Palestinians in West Bank. So these are some of the questions which are in my mind. I think that we're going to get the answers very soon. But until then, they're going to wipe out a lot of the people and the innocent people in Gaza. And if somebody tells me that, just like I was checking out a quote today of Mufti Menk, he said that in all Semitic religions, it's eye for an eye. It's not eye for a whole city. And this is exactly what these clowns are doing. This is exactly what Israel is doing. A lot of people who support Israel are just looking at the media channels and news. Of course, they don't have anything else to see. So when they watch that, and of course when the other party is also white, has a skin tone which matches theirs, then of course it hits a little bit harder, doesn't it? Because you feel a little bit closer to home, because you feel that it's one of your own. But when the skin tone is a little bit brownish, then it's not us, then it's them. And I've noticed that, just like the Ukraine war, if you remember how that was. Even some charity organizations here in Norway, I called them out a few months back when they collected funds from Ukraine. It was a couple of million Norwegian krones, and when they all of a sudden remembered Morocco a couple of weeks back, they collected only few dollars. This is what I call double standards. This is going to keep on happening until Muslims unite, until Muslims realize what their duty is, until Muslims realize that we can't just sit and complain about the Western media all the time, because we know how they are. I was talking to a brother today, and this is what I said to him. I said, sometimes I feel like that I'm wasting my words by talking about CNN and Fox News and all that. That's exactly what you expect from them. This is exactly the way they're going to talk. And we cannot start, complaining about them, because that's what they are. All we need to do is to focus on becoming the Ummah that is required in such a situation. Just look at all the countries around, Turkey, Saudi, Qatar, a lot of other countries, including Pakistan. Sad to say that the situation in Pakistan is not making me very proud of the military now, but that's where we come. We are not an Ummah anymore, sadly. We can cry when we watch sad videos from Gaza. We can do dua for them, but we really need to do a little bit more. Now it's up to you to think what that is.